weak leadership, poor leadership, whichever way, is the starting point of the problem, because there are laws and rules guiding every institution. When the leadership is not accountable, does not have integrity, corruption sets in. First, they avoid us being lawyers so that they will not pay us. Yes.
That one.
Yes, that's the first
That's
mistake.
the first mistake they made. Okay.
Because they avoid paying a lawyer.
Yeah.
They prefer paying an agent to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. The lawyer knows where to get the information required to confirm that this property is genuine. When you have an information that a property is available for sale, you visit the scene.
You go for inspection.
You go for inspection. Then if it's acquired by poachers, you demand for the deed of conveyance or assignment. You have to see the
You demand for the title document.
Yes, sir. First, then you begin your verification. Problem is lack of facilities. There are provisions for farmers to get loan, but they don't get it. Government should partner with the farmers, and you see things growing fast, very fast.
It is abundantly clear that today is a day that we would have not just privileged information, we'll be well informed on the best way to attend to certain things that we might have been taken for granted. You want to buy a property, you need a legal advice. You want to travel out, legal advice. Your life needs an advice. So of course you need one barrister or the other. I said all that to say is, today's episode we have one of the most announced celebrities in the world of barristerism, if it's a word like that. He's someone that has, when I talk to him, he has a lot of things to say. He tells you how it should be. He says, no, please, don't tell me that. So today, he's going to tell us that, because he said I shouldn't tell him that outside, behind the camera. I'm called VJ Presh, the image bull, and this is called Beyond the Bricks on Eastern Showcase, powered by Civil Shelters. Yeah, you know, right? Okay, so permit me to as well introduce my co-host, architect Ifeanyi. Always ready to bombard people with questions. That was so cute.
I will take it easy today.
Okay, you have
Please take it easy. Okay, Marissa, very
does have to, he does have
already telling us that you should take it easy. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this episode. I'm sure it's going to be one you would love, and of course, one will share, talk about it. Ensure you follow us on socials, subscribe to Beyond the Bricks on Eastern Showcase on YouTube, so you can get informed on our fresh episodes. It's not about me today. It's about Barrister. Okay. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. That's very good. You came all announced. Okay, so show me that. So I don't care about Barrister. Where you come here? Just say this is an episode. Go coaching. Let me fire. Go the body everywhere. Say no. He said he don't say so much, but regardless, you're here today.
Yeah.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, you've been here for a while. Not just as a barrister. You started from somewhere. Before we get to your profession that you are, tell us, what was it like before you got here?
Well,
Okay.
You know where we're coming from.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Actually, we were in the same secondary school.
It shocked them.
Yes. Phillips Academy, Nanka, Duke. Yes, sir. And, I will say, I am not, we started, I used to be very stubborn, fight. I don't look for trouble, but when you need one,
you
will get
in abundance.
And so then I don't look for trouble. I don't talk much then.
I know.
But when you touch me,
your mind
even them, they know. Fresh. They used to be my junior students then. I believe I flogged him once or twice.
You know?
Because I used to be the sanitary stroke.
That was a very strategic one to flog people very well.
But his set used to worry me a lot. When you tell them, when it's time for devotion, you tell them to calm down.
For where?
They will not. They will not. So then we started. First, I attended Army Day, Bori Camp. There we were unable to enter class. We were always in the bush when class is going on and all that because of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So my dad checked. He sent me there. I used to stay with one of my uncle that works in one company as a chef. When he comes, he will beat me, not wash plates and all that. But I used to be a good person then too. But that time, so from there, my dad.
What could be the cause of that? Was it because of the association, the kind of classmates you met?
Yeah, I don't really associate with classmates. I just want to be on my own.
So the bush entering and what was it about?
I used to have that fear of being called up in class to answer a question. Yes,
Wow.
so that took me off.
They avoid one.
So my dad found out that nothing was going on, so he had to pull me. Then took he had a friend, a soldier in Barr camp, so he took me to the man that should stay with the man. That was when my drilling started. So when they transferred the man to Lagos, the man now bought this NMS form, Nigerian Military School form for me, which I wrote the exams, passed. Then I went to military school. There, I began to learn the hard way. They were beating me, soldiers and all that. So from there, the Sharia fight started. When school closed, I could not come back.
That was in Kaduna?
Yes, Zaria. I could not come back and all that. So, okay, first, before the NMS, I went to Army Command, Kaduna too.
Wow.
My dad needed me to be a human being.
Yeah.
Yes, because
I understand.
Going to be a human being, right?
So he took me to Army Command, Kaduna, close to Kakuri Park. So there, I was there doing my things and all that. Then I began. Then my people in my house knew me as a brilliant person, but within me, I no seen a package. But when I got to Army Command, okay, the man that I stayed with in Barr camp, his son is brilliant, but when result comes, he's always backward. So me, nothing come out.
But where does that come out?
Yes. So when I began to attend the Army Command, when my first result came, I think 12th position out of 30 something. And the boy was first in NMS.
Okay.
Me, I was in Army Command. His result was bad.
Okay.
They keep flogging him and all that. Say, see, this, because then before we even went there in Barr camp, they got teachers that would teach us after school. When they ask me question, I'll start crying. I don't answer questions. I don't attend class. Me, I just want to cry, just to avoid answering the questions. So they were calling me Olodo and all that. My dad don't know. My people don't know about all this.
This
it's
is
just
cool.
me and the people he gave me to.
Okay.
So when I went to Army Command, I had to say, guy, look at the distance you're coming from. You have to be serious. Nobody is here to look at you. I had to discipline myself. I began to say, see, everybody, there is nobody that does not have something upstairs. Honestly. You see this one does not know is a lie. If the person gets the right channel, the person will improve. Honestly.
Abi?
I began to, then I needed to call people. When I called the seniors, they will not teach me. So I began to call the junior ones to teach me how to read them. What is this? They will tell me. I'll put it. What is it? They will tell me. What is it? I began to learn.
In that pace?
Yes, like that. Like the exam came, I passed. I did well. From there, I even took third position.
Huh?
Yes.
Don't be lie.
Honestly. From there, I said, I can.
Then
I wanted to just
Yeah.
go to school, study easy course, just come out, find business and do. But from there, I said, guy, you can do it. Let's go. And
We are here now.
see where I am.
You convinced yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self-belief and
Honestly.
motivate. He motivated.
Self-discovery.
And today,
Right word.
before my dad attempt to do anything, he will call me.
Okay.
What do you think? Or wait,
He will consult you.
let's hear from Barrister. Yeah.
Let's hear from
The Olodo of yesterday.
Yes. and the difficulty I had was nobody visited me in Kaduna until I left the school.
That means you're all by yourself.
There was no phone as at then.
Yeah.
It was letter writing. My mom was here mourning me because of the Sharia fights then. She thought
They must have killed.
Yes. Until I came.
But I know if you die.
They used to give us, there's this iron box that has padlock. That's what I used to carry from Kaduna.
With that iron box.
Yes. But the good thing is, when I went to NMS, they wear army uniform when we were coming back. So everybody respected us on the road, even the soldiers.
That was another boost.
We were just 3 from River State as a dead that attended NMS. You know, it was a boost. Then from there, I came back to write exams in Phillips Academy. They told me, you can't just come and write, you must. Then I started from SS1 at Phillips Academy, then joined them. That's where I met
This
Fresh.
one called Fresh.
Then from there, 2000, I wrote NECO. Maybe 2002. No, 2001.
NECO was first.
Yes, the first set.
That was the first set.
Yes, and I made it
2000,
then.
yes.
Got into UST 2001. Got admission for law. Then.
That's so.
That's where I am.
This is your story, switch, and it belongs more. So, talking about law, leadership, and nation building, right? As a legal practitioner and entrepreneur, do you believe that Nigerian development challenges are more about weak institution or poor leadership?
Both. Why I said that is weak leadership, poor leadership, whichever way, is the starting point of the problem.
Okay.
Yes. Because there are laws and rules guiding, yes, every institution.
Okay.
And when the leadership is not accountable, does not have integrity, corruption sets in. And when it starts with the leadership, it means the institutions are finished. Because everything will be compromised.
Like we're experiencing.
Yes, everything will be compromised. Because there are institutions, there are committees or law enforcement bodies that are there to monitor and direct those institutions to do the right thing.
Okay.
But when the leadership is corrupt, everything follows. Let's say if the leaders are not doing the right, if they are not accountable to the people, they don't have integrity, it becomes a problem. When you don't have integrity, it means the institutions you ought to look into
also lacking integrity.
Yes, and when that comes, the institutions are what builds the nation.
Right.
Yes, because the leadership will not be everywhere at the same time.
Yes.
The institutions are there to guide every aspect of the government. Yes.
Yeah.
And the leaders, when they are not accountable or don't have integrity or are corrupt, you can see what will happen to the institutions. And 2, the institutions, the weak institutions, if we have a good leadership and those institutions are weak, the leaders that are good will not also have a successful result.
Yeah.
Honestly, they will not. So what we're saying is the leaders have to be accountable to the people first, and they should have integrity and checkmate what those institutions do day in, day out. And since there are enforcement agencies, make sure you push them, call them, take inventory from them on what happens in those institutions. Okay, let's take, for example, the governor of River State is there. The local government is there.
Okay.
Then if something is happening in a ward, per se, to have ward 1, ward 2, as just say, the governor will not come and know what is happening there. And okay, if the councillor that is in charge of that ward is not doing well, it is not the governor, but the chairman is there
to monitor that.
Yes, the governor had to reach out to the chairman, what is happening in your ward, and if he gets those information and tells them to go and do the necessary thing, that works. Like most of the things I see in these communities, if the road is bad, maybe a small pothole, the councillor has a constituency project that they give them money for, what are they using it for? They will want the state government to come and patch a small pothole. Those things are not right. What are you using those money for? Okay, the House of Assembly, they also have constituency projects every month.
Okay.
What are they using the money for? They will want the government. But because of the country we are in,
everything just flows.
Yes, they say it's the governor. The governor is
everything
not.
Governor,
no,
everything governor,
it's
everything
not.
governor.
Those institutions have to be functional. So
some may argue that weak institution is as a result of poor leadership. Sometimes you can blame, it's easy to blame people without, digging deep. There are causes and remote causes. There are immediate causes and there are remote causes. Some argue that leadership is a remote cause of weak institutions. But when you have a selfless leader, setting up an institution and allow them to function independently and then monitored by law, those institutions will perform better. But when you have a cunning leader that wants to use the institution for himself and against the people, the institutions will not function well.
That's true.
So, are you going with this argument that the major problem of the society is from weak leadership? Or are you going from the perspective of blaming the two or blaming the institution as the problem?
Okay, sir. The leadership is the first point, just as I said.
Yes.
If the leadership is not doing well, you have to monitor what happens in your constituency.
Yeah.
Your jurisdiction should be your first priority.
Yeah.
Just as Rivers State, not in Nigeria as a whole. You should make sure the state functions very well in every institution. It's the job of the leadership to follow up and make sure things works fine. Because if anything goes wrong, it comes back to the leadership. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move forward then. We should talk a bit about real estate and property investments right now. Okay. Property fraud and land disputes are common in Nigeria. True.
Rivers State inclusive.
Rivers State. It's Rivers State inclusive.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the top mistakes Nigerians make when acquiring land and investing in the real estate? What are those mistakes?
Okay. First, they avoid us being lawyers so that they will not pay us. Yes.
That one.
Yes, that's the first
That's
mistake.
the first mistake they make.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they avoid paying a lawyer.
Yeah.
They prefer paying an agent to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. The lawyer knows where to get the information required to confirm that this property is genuine. But they fail to.
Okay.
They fail to. Because when you employ a lawyer to do that for you, he goes all out to make sure he finds out everything about the property, going as far as going to the community to meet the chiefs and elders to know the origin of such property
land and all that.
And all that. But they fail to consult the lawyers because lawyers also know the land registry very well, where they will go and verify if there is a survey plan or C of O or deed of conveyance and call the lawyer that the number is there to find out how. And they avoid doing such things so that they will not pay the lawyers, thereby falling into.
So you're saying that they should start paying the lawyers?
Not necessarily paying the lawyer. You consult the lawyer, but consulting a lawyer, you should know.
Money is involved.
Let us not call it money, but you will pay. Yes, consultation fee.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like this.
Yes, sir.
In buying properties.
Yes.
The essence of this discussion is to help the audience know the right things to do.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Now, apart from getting a lawyer involved, are there other common knowledge that they should have before they go into buying property?
Yes, sir.
Like, let me give you an example. It is only in Nigeria that people cannot, graduates don't know what a kilometer is. But when you go abroad, those are the basic things they teach students, even in primary school. So, and a child knows what a mile is. And when they see if they see a distance, they can measure it. They tell you, this is half a mile, and this is 1 kilometer, and this is 10 kilometers, or this is 3 miles.
If it's not correct, it will be slightly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now, in Nigeria, a lot of people don't know anything. So, making us to be victims of what ordinarily we shouldn't be victim of. Talking about properties, there are some common things we should know as individuals
Yes, sir.
without consulting a lawyer.
Yes, sir. No, I said that's the first.
Yes. So now, looking at those things, what do you think are those important things an individual or an investor should know or look out for before buying any property?
Okay.
Number
First,
two.
When you have an information that a property is available for sale, you visit the scene.
You go for inspection.
You go for inspection. Then, if it's acquired by poachers, you demand for either deed of conveyance or assignment. You have to see the
You demand for the
yes, sir,
title document.
Yes, sir. First, then you begin your verification. Then you meet the person that sold, if possible. Because me, I go all out to make sure I get those things. Find the address of the person, meet the person. Then I always tell them to demand for the document which the previous owner used in purchasing the property. Because when you're drafting too, you have to cite how.
On the new deed now.
Yes, sir. You get that. Then you go around the environment to make your
Do
inquiries.
smaller protocol.
Yes. Ask if it's possible
The
to.
TV that reset
people.
during this time, yeah.
You can even buy drinks.
Yes, sir. Sit with boys and people go to the community, then ask people, make sure you get vital information. Me, I don't rush to buy property. Because my clients, they send money to me to buy for them. They're abroad or anywhere. They trust me with cash. So I make sure, because if anything goes wrong, I'll be the first point.
Yeah, of course.
So
You can't start telling them stories.
I make sure the agents that came, I also let them know this is what will come if anything happens. You're eating from this money.
You
And
pay
whatever-
back.
Yes, sir. And whatever you're doing, you have to document it. Sometimes what I do when I'm discussing with those who claim to be the owners, I record our conversation and keep. And if that is traditional land that have been partitioned and shared by the family, the document has to be given to me from the family. And the family head, because sometimes people go buying that this is a family property.
Okay.
And those who does not have the capacity to sell, which are not the family head, those who are in position to dispose the land go to sell. Then those who have the right to sell will come and say, no, the sales was not rightly done. It becomes a problem. Your money will keep hanging.
Yeah.
Maybe the person runs away with your money and all. So we'll try to find out those things. If it's partitioned and shared by the family, what are those documents? Because if a family is partitioning a land for the family member, there should be a document signed by the head of the family. That this,
Or the community, depending
yes,
on who
if it's
shares
shared
it.
by the community head has to sign, and the chief of that place, if it's a Royal Highness or a chief, will also sign. The family head of that same person
Needs to.
will also attest that this portion was given to this person. You need to find out before going into buying.
So what of in a situation where that was not done, but they are ready to do that? In some cases, they might share those properties because of their lack of knowledge. They might not actually have a written document, but they've shared it. They say,
Let's take this one.
yeah, fresh. This is your own.
Okay, what I do is I tell them, I will pay you money. Waiting you want, make I give you. Make you go get these things for me. I need them.
Or will it be nice or will it be wise to prepare a document where you make provisions for the head of the community, the head of the family to sign in the agreement.
It's still possible, but you're not in the right position to do that.
Okay.
Because you've not paid, money has not exchanged hand yet. So it's for them to do and get back to you. Let it not be as if you're pushing them to do what they ought not to do. And if the family head is there, what I do, I normally provide 2 places for witnesses. Then the witness, the agent that brought you will sign. Then the family head or the Royal Highness of that community will also attest.
Okay.
This, because what they do is, before you bring somebody for them to sign, you will tip them something. You bring a drink and wage the drink with an envelope.
That will wage it. So to not fall.
So we do that, and when we go, we now call the vendors. Everybody will assemble at that Highness Palace for us to conclude the transaction there.
Okay.
It becomes a good.
So these are the processes you have to go through.
No, you have to.
Yes.
You don't just rush it.
Okay. I think we've got that.
I think that's the knowledge every buyer, every...
And another thing is, before you buy, you have to search if that property falls in a government area or industrial area where you own it.
Okay.
You check those things before you buy. You may also buy, my father and I didn't get this one, my father and I didn't get this one. You buy, but later government comes, it becomes a problem. Yes, you verify.
Government really allow us to this matter.
Okay, we've talked about real estate. Now let's talk about agriculture. Agriculture.
Very important.
In recent days, we've heard about the progresses other countries made in farming. Like one of the presidential candidates will talk about Bangladesh, will talk about some other countries like Netherlands and all the rest of them. The huge progress them, even when they have less land to cultivate. And then in Nigeria, we have a lot of land to cultivate, but we are doing so little about that. Do you think farming? Now, I want you to answer as a CEO as an entrepreneur too.
Omalak Farm Cake.
Yes. Now, I want you to give us an insight. Do you think agriculture can drive the economy in a realistic term?
Yes, sir. It can.
Okay.
It can. Let me.
That's your point.
Let me give this instance. Initially, Singapore used to come to Nigeria.
And Malaysia.
Yes, for palm oil, kernel, all those palm products. And Nigeria used to be one of the big exporters of palm oil before the discovery of oil. And this country was running very, very well. We're still doing things at that level as at then.
Is that to say oil is our crude oil is our doom?
Yes, for now. Well, it's not. It's not. It's an added value to the country.
But did it actually add value? Or did it destroy the people?
If you talk about value to the country, yes.
But to the people?
No. Now, agriculture, yes, we have all it takes. We have good climate, we have lands, we have better things, better natural things that will make us succeed in agriculture. But the problem is still the leadership, the self-interest, personal interest is the problem. Look at Singapore today. They are the highest importers of palm oil today.
Exporters
of palm oil. But they started from there. They even come to Chuba to pick those things. From record, yes. They pick those things. Poultry, okay. During the time of late President Barr had to shut down the border for us bringing in farm products into the country. The few farms, the agriculture you see today is a result of that. poultry, producing meat, because he stopped them bringing in frozen food from outside the country. We began to farm. The fishery you see today, the piggery, the poultry and all that is as a result of that. Most people are there and they are doing very well.
Yeah.
But the problem is lack of facilities. There are provisions for farmers to get loan, but they don't get it. I was opportune to, there's something they do here in River State. I don't know what they call it. They bring in birds and call farmers to give them. But my dear, when I got there, I found out that those in charge were personalizing the stuff. They were using it for themselves. They will take it, they will resell it to people. Instead of giving it to the farmers, they bring feed, bring day-old chicks to share to farmers free and fund them with cash. But no way. They take it to themselves. If farmers are supposed to be given five cartons of chicks, they give them one and 2 bags of feed instead of 10. Sell the rest. It still boils down to the leadership. This country will thrive with agriculture if the right things are being done. Honestly. Like me, I got into farming after the court was shut down for a year.
Okay, then during
Amechi's time.
Okay.
Yes. I saw lawyers using their car to run boats. Was it boats then?
Okay.
Kabu in town.
Sorry.
Some will call, boy, how far are your side? My gas don't finish. Find me smarty. And we're doing, as I then too, I had a coastal bus running for me on the road. So I was not that bothered. Yeah, you know now. I've been hustling from day one. Okay.
That kind of man.
You know, like that. So agriculture is a big blessing to this country if the government will look into it, provide facility. And bad roads too affect the whole thing because it makes the products more expensive because transportation will be more expensive.
True.
And those grants and loans that ought to get to them for expansion does not get to them. And there is a provision too that government should provide them with current tools to farm. Because if you check, you see people farming with hoe.
Analog.
How long will they go?
With who?
Yes, they will get tired. They will get tired. They will get tired and back off.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the major things that discourages the young people from getting into agriculture. Because when it leads to that thing that young people say today, school is a scam. Because after watching those that went to school and after graduation, they do nothing. So what is the usefulness of going to school? And when they question these things, you don't shut them down. They have reasons. Now, when you see people running away from agriculture, can you ask any young man to do agriculture today and he would also, God forbid? Because the version of agriculture he understands is the whole thing agriculture.
Cassava pulling,
Agriculture. He's not seeing agriculture in the perspective of having a massive land, not tilling with hoe, but engaging tractor and other equipment to even harvest the products. When I went to one country, I saw the way they even their palm tree, even these dates. They don't need manpower to do these things. There is this equipment like tractor. They change the use. They install anyone they want to use. Then they use it to harvest these dates. They use it to, and I was just wondering which day. And these things are very common. When you go, you just see them happening. It's not as if you have one in one state and then everybody is hustling to have it. And now it's very, very expensive for people to afford it. No.
That's the challenge, honestly.
When a young man sees such things happening, he'll be willing to go into agriculture. But what do you think Nigerian governments are not, like the state government and even local government, should do starting with the existing farmers. So others who see farming as an interesting thing to come to drive the economy of Nigeria. What advice or what do you think? Or do you think we should just go borrow a system and come and plant it here?
It's still expensive. You need funds.
And it's government that should do that.
It's very expensive. You just hit the nail on the head.
Government should partner with the farmers, and you see things growing fast, very fast. They need funds. Feed, a bag of feed now is 20 something. It depends whether it's fishery or this, very expensive. So they need government partnership to thrive. And two, security. You can't go into your farm and everywhere is quiet. You want to stay with what is happening in the country. You want to run back home. If you want to take your family to assist you, you will not. You don't want anything happening to your family. They kidnap you and your family, then behead any of them and all that. That kind of scene is something you wouldn't want to see. So security is also important.
Security,
Yes, sir.
provision of equipment,
Yes, funds.
then funds like grants and all the rest
Good
of it.
roads.
Good roads. Wow.
It's required.
It's up to our government. I hope someone is listening. These are the things we can do to improve our economy and improve the life of the people. I think in Texas, I see a lot of farmers being supported to farm, and that is where you now see that farming is sweet. But before we go on to another thing,
So, sorry, sir. Before I forget, another thing is storage facility. You can consume all you produce in a year if you want the country to thrive, or you cannot export them at once. Storage facility is very important. If you check in the Bibles too, Joseph had that idea
yeah,
and it worked, saved the country for over 5-7 years.
Because there was a good storage
Yes.
facility.
So that's important too.
Okay, your time is almost up.
okay.
Yes.
I want to.
We'll have more. Okay.
I want before you come.
Okay,
I want
okay.
to drive you to one of the most controversial topic when agriculture is mentioned. GMO, the product that is being genetically modified. Most of the problem is that they don't produce another. And then people are saying it's challenging to health. Like the egg, like the vegetables, like equally plantain. Some of the products we have today. And again, sometimes they sell them in the supermarket, like the orange, like the mangoes, maybe we hear that they are trying to buy off the original seeds of this product and then keep giving us this one,
Which is not natural.
which is not natural.
Well, I don't support that, because if you check these days, the number of cancer we have in the world is much. And before now, we don't have that. Like those days that our parents used to, when they cook vegetable, you finish it, the next day, they prepare another.
Yes.
Now we preserve food in the freezer, microwave and all that. And those are causing lots of things to our health. And all these are processed food. Those days, they don't take it. You hear that the man died at the age of 150, 120, 130. But these days, you hardly see that. And you see children growing older than their age this time around because of all these things. I am not in support of that, because of our health.
Okay, so the time is almost up. We just have about 3 minutes left for you to wrap up. But before you leave us, right, there's this common. Is it common? I think it's a norm already. Nigerians are all traveling abroad, right? They don't feel secure. They don't feel it's safe. They don't feel it's productive being in Nigeria. They're all leaving the country, right? Now, from your point of view as a legal luminary, let me address it properly. Legal luminary. Do you think leaving Nigeria is the best thing to fix Nigeria? Or, let me hear you.
No, it's not.
Okay.
First, you should also know that living Nigeria does not guarantee you a job. Because I've seen people going over there that they are going to get a better life. And we here keep sending them money to survive. That they are still looking for a job. It is not the right thing for we youth to do. You have to learn a skill.
Okay.
Yes, learn a skill. Keep at it. Keep doing what you know you can do about it. You should start small, but don't remain small. Keep building, get knowledge, study about what you're into.
Yeah.
Find somebody to mentor you on it. Don't just start
Improve
on your
on
own.
it.
Like when I started this farming, I left practice for 4 months. There's a consultant I normally follow to farm. When he said, okay, I'm going to inspect farm, I will be the one to fuel the car. Then take him, my own car, take him, we'll go, I'll come back.
Because you want to have the knowledge.
Yes. And
So far.
see where I am. 5 years I sell eggs, I sell birds,
Wow.
and all that. I sell turkey and all that. And God has been faithful.
Wow.
So they learn a skill.
Okay.
Keep at it. Find somebody to mentor you.
Yeah.
Keep going. And okay, while I was in secondary school,
Okay.
I used to enter Ekele Dirichukwu that used to be at Emenike, Echue Junction by Ikwere Road.
Yeah.
I'll enter night bus to Lagos.
Those in Joe will know that place very
Yes.
well. People like that grew up in Joe, like Manzi, I think, grew up in Joe.
Ekele
They know
Dirichukwu.
that
Then
song.
enter night bus, go to Lagos at Ladipo. I'll see phones. They bring fairly used phones in deep freezer, untested. Then they will bring it for you. You will buy. Then inside the warehouse there, you go, they will flash, they will boost the battery. You check the phone. If anything is wrong with it, they fix it there for you. Then you move to Alaba International where you get the accessories, the carton, the manual, the charger, the earpiece, and all that. You package it. You come back here. The next night, that same day, I enter night bus and come back the next day and sell the phones. Then after expenses, I spend like 7,000. But when I come here, I sell like 15,000 each phone. Then, or 17. I was making money. When they started stealing phone, selling 3,000, I stopped the business. I went into fashion. I was making shirts and shoes, handmade. And I was selling.
So you go to Aba, you make clothes,
Yes.
you come, you sell.
Yes.
Yeah.
With my company name. This one too bears the logo inside. Omalak Wears. Then, now, I also, when I got into the university, I was making shoes. I was selling to my friends. They were buying. I was making money. Up to date.
To skill.
Yes.
So that means the entrepreneurship is in the blood.
Yes, sir.
It started from
It was better.
Yes, sir.
Inception.
Immediately I was called to buy. I told my dad, I know sir I go practice so, but I need something to start. I want buy motor, make a put for road, make something they call me. Because then when I started, okay, look at the practice today. When I started, I was being paid 20,000 a month. 20,000. I had a car. I had a safe that place now.
That year.
150 I was paying. Check 120. That's 20,000 too. But I needed to fuel my car and do other things. But I knew what I was pursuing. I never gave up. But today, the story is different.
But one will argue, the young people, they will argue that, you see, there's no way you stay in Nigeria and then you tell them that going to abroad is not it. Where somebody will do work, even if the person is packing poo-poo, they will pay the person $10 per hour, or $12, or £10 per hour, or even £9 or even £8 per hour. And when you times it by 8, it's giving you about £80 per hour. And when you multiply it by the Nigerian naira, it's giving you almost 80 times about 1/4. Let's use 1/4. You know how much it's gonna give you. Then what work, what job, what thing are you going to do in Nigeria that will give you such money?
Sir.
We equally know.
Sir.
Let me finish the argument. It's not my argument. It's not my argument.
Okay.
So I can equally put it in proper perspective for them,
Okay.
so that they will know that you answer their question.
Okay. Sir. Okay.
Now, let me finish. Sorry.
That's it.
Now, look at it this way. When you multiply this money, even though they have high house rent there, their light bill, their water bill, and all the rest of them. Then, most importantly, you finish everything, you still have about £500 remaining or £700 remaining. When you equally change it, it's still meaningful when you talk about somebody that is working in Nigeria. Comparing to somebody that is in Nigeria, you are making money. Let's assume you make 2 million, which is rare. It's very rare in Nigeria for people to make 2 million in a month. There are very few people that make up to 2 million in a month. Yes, there are very few. Comparing to our population. Now, you made this 2 million, you provide electricity for yourself. You provide water for yourself. You provide high transportation, not just transportation. There you can decide to go by train and everything is subsidized. Then you feed yourself. Very high rates feeding expenses.
Most people eat once a day.
So arguing on these things, do you still think that a young Nigerian, should still stay in the country or go abroad to fight for his life, survive first, and maybe come back to find something to do? What is your take, and why are you taking any position you are taking?
Okay. Sir,
Okay.
traveling out, how much do you feel the person will spend traveling out?
Approximately, say $5,000,
That's how
$10,000,
much?
depending on what.
So that the common Nigeria will hear you, sir.
If you let's
Let's get it focused. Let's be more detailed about it, so don't make mistakes.
That's why we're saying start small, but don't remain small.
Okay.
With whatever you have, you start. See, we consume a lot. Like I used to tell, let me not sell my market because
Yes, sir.
no, I've not started what I have first.
Okay.
I used to tell people that if you want to start any business in Nigeria now, go into consumables, food. Whether you sell market today, you made money, they paid you salary or not, you will eat. Me, I cannot go and put up a boutique that I want to be. No, I can't.
But people will still wear shirts.
I know,
But it's
sir.
compared to it.
Not every day.
You want to buy.
But food, okay. I used to sell egg. If I have, let me use a smaller fraction. If I have 100 beds, I believe they will give me 3 crates of egg a day. And that 100 consumes half bag of feed a day, because 200 consumes, that's when they are laying. They consume 1 bag. Now, if you buy the feed for 14,600, 14,600, buy 14,600 divided by 2, sir.
Okay. Let's get it.
We'll get it.
Yes.
That means they are selling 1 bag of feed
14,600.
14,600,
Yes,
depending on the type you are buying.
Yes, sir. Chukun.
Okay. Divided by 2,
Yes, sir.
which will give you
Keep
7,300.
the record, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. 7 tray. Then you sell egg. Now they are selling 6,000 per crate. The thing gives you 3 crates of egg a day.
So you have about 18,000.
Yes, sir. Minus this from it.
Okay. 18,000 minus 7,3, which gives you 10,700
Times 30.
times equals times 30 to give you
That's what
321,000.
you make in a month.
But what of your capital expenses, the money you used to establish that business?
That's where you recover it from.
Okay, okay.
300,000.
Yeah.
Then you remove 50,000.
Okay.
Pay salary and buy drugs.
Okay.
Because it's not one
50,000.
person that.
Yes. It's now 271.
Gradually.
Yes.
Then you begin to save to improve.
So in 1 year, you should be having times 12. In 12 days, okay, 3.25 million.
That's just for 100, 2 cartons of chicks.
Yes. Just for 100.
Yes. The size and everything. I have 1,500.
So there's no way. And how much will it cost you to establish this? Considering your infrastructure, the money you used to buy the chicken,
Sir,
and setting
that's
up.
why I said you start small.
Small.
Remain small.
So you keep expanding.
Yes.
As you make profit, you invest.
Yes.
And definitely you not make your profit in 1 year. You will not make all the profit in 1 year. You
It's
keep
a
building them.
continuous business.
Yes.
But you will not lack.
You're not like
That's the issue. What I tell the youth is that if you don't utilize your youthful time now, it will be a problem. Because definitely one day you say, my mates don't marry, I'm not married. And when children comes, it becomes a problem. Thereby dragging those children into your rubbish. You won't be able to guide them properly. You won't even be able to advise them on what to do because you failed.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you allow Barrister Oburi talk, he has a lot to say, and he digs with not just words, facts, and figures. Imagine a podcast with a check calculator. First ever. Today don't happen. Ladies and gentlemen, call VJ Fresh Illegal, the only kind in mankind, and is of course Beyond the Bricks on Business Shoppings. Proudly brought to you by Civil Shelters. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is great, but the next will be more. Thank you so much, Barrister, for coming. And I'm sure Architect Ifeanyi had a good time with you.
yes. Yeah. We are good.
All right, on to our next day of trouble. Insist on working on advancement. Don't leave Nigeria. Build in Nigeria. Invest in Nigeria. That money we won't carry travel abroad. Do farming with that. Something will come out from it, right? Feel free to subscribe so you can get fresh episodes on Beyond the Bricks of Business Showcase. I'll see you in my next. Bye for now.